Most event platforms start when someone registers and end when someone leaves. With Catalist, the event is but one chapter, not the whole story. When an organizer sets up a conference in Catalist, they can do what most event platforms allow: pre-populate sessions, presenter profiles, locations, organizations, and other info. But Catalist goes further in two ways that really matter. First, organizers can also pre-add selected attendees they already know: key participants, returning community members, VIP guests. So there's a connected group in the space before registration even opens. And second, these attendees and all the presenters own their own space profiles. In Catalyst, a space profile is a unique identity each participant has in the conference. The organizers set them up, and then the participants claim them when they register. Once claimed, it's connected to their account, as you can see with Miriam here, and they manage their own bio, their own updates, their own information. The organizer stops being the bottleneck for every change. Custom onboarding questions help with values alignment and matching from the moment someone joins. You're not just collecting registration data, you're learning who's in the room and what they're there for. Custom onboarding questions can be specific to presenters or attendees or any specific group. And when an attendee registers, Catalyst automatically matches them to their pre-made space profile. They claim it and then fill in what's theirs. If they're a new registrant, a new space profile is created. And as this happens, suddenly the whole community can see who's coming before anyone has arrived. That's a richer, more connected event before even the first session starts. Once the event is live, Catalyst gives attendees something most event platforms don't: a way to navigate the connections, not just the schedule. In the agenda, every session is a node in a living network, connected to the people and organizations involved, the resources they reference, and the broader community they're a part of. Let's start with this session and follow the thread. In the session, you can see who the presenter is. You can then learn about them. You can also see things that are related to them, like an exhibition that they have work in. Then you can read about the exhibition and find the location of it. When you're at the location, you can see where it is, the resources involved with it, and the rest of the sessions there. Sessions and other items can also sit within a larger context. For example, each presenter or session can get linked with the societal sector they most closely represent. This allows participants another way to find just what they're looking for. The conference becomes a map, not just a schedule. And everyone can engage with that network in the way that works for them. The agenda view for people who want the schedule, the gallery view for browsing and expanded content, the list view for people who prefer content in that format, and more. Same data, different lenses. And when you find something that piques your interest, you can flag it right here in the app. Participants can leave notes on sessions and presenters or any type of item. Further, notes can be public for the whole community. They can be private between one or more specific people. Or they can be just for yourself. The insights and connections that happen during an event don't have to get lost in a notebook or a phone's notes app. All of these notes attach to the item, and as long as you have permissions to view, you can always come back to them. Another great feature, when you meet someone whose work resonates, you can connect directly right from their profile. Made connections and misconnections, both handled in the same place. You can even suggest connections for other participants to each other. Now that's fun. Now let's talk about our unsung heroes, the event organizers. For them, one of the biggest headaches is managing multiple platforms. One for ticket sales, another for registration and attendee management, another for event promotion, and yet another for post-event community. Catalist brings all of that together into one ecosystem. Your ticket sales connect directly to Stripe. You can also set up your event tickets and membership payments in whatever configuration makes sense for your event. And the registration page links directly to all of your event data. No extra setup, no separate platform. You can also customize the registration page. Keep it simple, or show off what you've got. When registrants purchase their tickets, if they don't already have an account, one will be created right away, and they'll be directed through the onboarding flow we saw earlier. You can even send a direct link for ticket purchase that's integrated into the onboarding flow. Another huge challenge organizers have is with managing their data in an efficient way, which is why the Catalist Airtable integration is so powerful. You can not only input all your Airtable data directly into Catalist, but the two-way sync keeps both updated. You work in the tool you're already comfortable with, and your data flows right into the space. Now, moving from data to design, the space itself can be fully white-labeled to match your event's brand. Custom images, colors, text. When the attendees arrive, it'll feel like yours. Finally, here's where Catalist does something truly unique. The event ends, but the space doesn't close. Every connection made, every session attended, every note taken, every presenter profile, all of it is still here, accessible anytime. The people you met are still in the space, their work is still findable. The knowledge produced during the event lives on as a shared collective resource. And the space can keep growing. Organizers, presenters, or attendees can add new resources to the library. They can create new lists for different topic threads based on interest or input. Or they can set up working groups that emerged from the event. What started as a conference schedule becomes a living knowledge repository, organized around the ideas and connections that actually mattered to the people who were there. What's more, everything in the space is also connected to the broader Catalist Commons. So when an attendee shares something publicly, it doesn't just reach the people at this event, it reaches the whole network of practitioners working on the same challenges. A conference and a community on the same platform, in the same space. Catalist is built in partnership with the communities it serves. If this resonates, let's talk. And if you want to see more of what's possible, explore the rest of our demo video series to discover the full range of features and capabilities Catalist has to offer.